Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of Married to Medicine. This is season 10, episode 10. Let's get started.
55% of deaths related to pregnancy occurred among Black women.
Race-related health disparities are amongst the starkest
and most resistant to progress. It is time to...
Okay, you guys, it's been 10 weeks of us paging Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, Toya, Phaedra, Lateasha, Quad. It's been 10 weeks. We're on episode 10. So the episode, we gotta get started because there was a lot of things to talk about, so let's get started. We start with little clips of the women doing their thing. Jackie's at the office, Alicia's with her family. Then Toya and Simone meet up to have some lunch. Dr. Simone tells Toya that she has been stressed. It's been a crazy day. She says that one of her patients was in a cervidil induction, some medical stuff, and Toya says, "What? You know what? Never mind." That was hilarious. Toya didn't want to hear all that mess, and I'm actually kind of glad that she said that because I didn't want Simone to be spilling her poor patient's business out here. So they quickly talk about relationships and Toya's marriage. Simone tells Toya that she needs to work on her delivery with Eugene. Toya's like, ugh, I have to keep changing things. And Simone says, yeah, it's called evolving. Then Toya says, well, Eugene should also change. Like, he seems set in his ways. For example, he doesn't ask her to go out on dates or to go out. The same thing that she was telling him last episode. Simone says that maybe she should start some of the dates because Eugene feels a little nervous and scared inviting her to dates because she's so critical all the time. Toya is like, he told you? And Simone says, he told Cecile, now shut your mouth. Simone says, for example, he took you to South Carolina for your birthday. And then Toya jumps in and is like, it was horrible. He put me in a carriage. And they started talking about the history of South Carolina. I hate history. Damn, me and Toya would not get along because I love history, okay? I love it. But Simone says, cut him some slack. What happened to fake it till you make it? And Toya says, well, I've been faking it for 15 years. And Simone says, I don't know, you just need to have some balance. A lot of people have been talking about Toya and this whole thing with her marriage. Do y'all think she's ungrateful? Honestly, I see both sides. I see that she wants more exciting things. But again, he tried last episode and she was complaining about it. So, I don't know. But then again, I also kind of feel like I have a feeling that it kind of turns him on that Toya disrespects him like that. I don't know that, but y'all let me know what you think about that. Next up, we see Dr. Heavenly working. She's at her office. Heavenly has a patient waiting for her, T.S. Madison. Heavenly says she loves T.S. Madison. They've done a video together, so Dr. Heavenly is explaining how they're going to put an implant. And then they talk about they talk a while about T.S. Madison's transition and what that was like, and she kind of advocates for that a little bit. Next up, we see Dr. Jackie. She's with a patient named Shika, a breast cancer survivor, and Jackie breaks down the results that she had done before. Everything seems great, but her cholesterol is extremely high. She tells her that the excess weight is not good. It's not good for her to be walking around surviving cancer with that extra unnecessary weight. Jackie says that she can get her on a drug called semaglutide, I think that's what it's called, which pretty much makes you feel full. So it's like Ozempic. It's like that similar stuff. Then they weigh Shika. 241 pounds. She says that she's never weighed that much in her life. And Jackie says that her BMI is 44, which is considered morbidly obese according to the chart. Jackie says hopefully the semaglutide can help and she can lose the weight. Now, I want to say something about this because I was on social media last night and people were pissed at Jackie, saying she's fat phobic, she hates fat people, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Well, I can agree that her delivery could perhaps change. I need everyone to understand that there isn't a doctor on Earth, on this planet, that will say that being fat is healthy. It's just not going to happen. Dr. Jackie is a doctor, so of course she's gonna need to tell her patients not to be obese. I don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand that as a doctor, she's going to say to not do that. So we then see another patient, but this one is with Dr. Simone. This patient also had to get on that semaglutide, Ozempic, whatever it is, which is, a diabetic drug that is people are using it for weight loss, and Simone is telling the patient that they need to she needs to get off of it if she wants to have a baby. The patient wants to have a baby, but she is 44, so someone is telling her about the possibilities of like what can happen with the baby because she is at an older age. For example, chromosome malformations. She tells her that if she wants to do conception the natural route, they can do NIPT testing to ensure that everything is okay. Simone also brought up that they were in Georgia, so they have the heartbeat bill, so be mindful of that. I don't know, obviously. I mean, as a doctor, I guess she had to tell her that. And also, I'm kind of surprised that Ozempic has become so popular that doctors are now prescribing it to their non diabetic patients. That seems strange, like when you consider all its side effects. That surprised me. The next scene is the Harris family. Eugene, Toya, and their two sons, they go to the orthodontist. The boys are going to go get a checkup, and as they're in the waiting area, they're talking about boys and how when they're athletes, they will be more popular in school as far as dating. And Eugene and Toya talk about them dating when they were young and their most recent date. I can't believe Toya says, y'all dad took me to the butcher shop. He's like, it wasn't a butcher shop, it was like a nice restaurant. Oh my gosh. So then they go and see the dentist. He looked like a great dentist. I think he had like a Jamaican accent. He went to Harvard. I find it interesting that their dentist isn't Dr. Heavenly. I'm just kidding. So then next up is also another appointment. This one is with Lateasha, sweetie, and Greg, once again to go see Dr. Davis about the endometriosis. So the doctor has pictures of the results from last time. They look at the fibroid near the uterus. One of them is significantly large, so the best thing to do is remove it. It's going to be robotic surgery. It takes a few hours. Once it's removed, the pain should decrease that sweetie is feeling, but it's a complicated disease like endometriosis, so they're going to wait about 6 months after the surgery to try and get pregnant. Sweetie says okay, and she says that she wants to get the surgery done as soon as possible. So they talk about that. I love Dr. Davis. She seemed really nice, and Greg was there, being supportive, but you can tell that they are both really disappointed. They want to have a baby, so I wish them the best, and hopefully everything turns out well. Next up is Simone and Cecile, and I'm loving these scenes. I really am. Like them. So in this scene, they drop off some stuff at the boys' new condo. They were cooking, but Simone came in with pillows and packages. I was dying of laughter seeing their confessional. Simone and Cesar were wearing little party hats, saying that they've been waiting for this moment since the day they were born. Also, Simone brought a black light to detect semen. That's crazy. The guys are like settling in. They're really liking their new home. They also show some like old scenes, some flashbacks from the very beginning. The show is 10 years old, so they've grown up a lot. Then they sit and they eat what the guys cooked. It was a nice scene. I think Simone will miss them deep down. I do think she's kind of like, pretending to be happy about it. She might be, but she's going to definitely miss them. But she really is happy that they're, are about to turn into the next chapter of their life. So then Dr. Jackie has an initiative. As we know, she spoke to VP Kamala Harris about black female infant mortality, and she's really determined to make a difference. So she is going to do a super cool infomercial, like a campaign video of some sort. And it's amazing that Dr. Jackie is contributing to the solution of the problem just by shedding light on it on the show. So the first one's there to film the little commercial where Heavenly and Simone. Heavenly had to do several takes. She kept messing up, and Simone did say on her confessional, like, she sure don't get, she doesn't have trouble when she sitting up in her house talking crap about people, though. Then walked in Toya, Sweetie, Phaedra, and Alicia. Now, Toya walked right on in and wanted to be like the next one. And someone was like, oh, hell no, get out this chair because I was here first. They argue about that. Jackie was a little upset that they were late. She tells them to please go wait outside until it's their time to do their portion of the video. So then let's switch over because the men hang out, all of them. They order some drinks, they're smoking some cigars. Greg seems happy. He mentions, by the way, he has a twin. So keep in mind, he married a twin. I don't know if y'all know this, but if two male twins marry two female twins and like they have children, and those kids, even though they're considered cousins, their DNA will make them siblings. Just fun fact. And then they're getting to know Dr. Kemma a little better, Dr. Alicia's husband. He says that Alicia loves being a dentist, but Kemma says he's Nigerian. He's old school. To him, if his wife is not listening to him, that makes him look like a weak man. He loves America, but he says women have been running things for too long. He refuses to cut his nut sacks off, he says. Dr. Buddy, aka Heavenly's husband, says, like, wait a minute, are you trying to say that everybody in here don't have nuts? Kemma says, no, that's not what I mean. But in his culture, the men run things. He says that he didn't make the rules, he just follows them, but he feels like it's time for men to start to get control back. Eugene says that women and men have inequality in this country, and Kemma says that men just need to have a voice again and lead. So a few things, because I know this is very controversial. Well, first of all, I'm glad this conversation even happened because, you know, the reality is America is not the only country in the world. Like, there's so much to the world besides America. We got Africa, the Middle East, Asia, South Asia. My point is cultures are different, religions are different. So like Heavenly said earlier that she respected T.S. Madison's different perspective, we should respect Kemma's views. Now, I agree with him on some things. I do think that, and this is like my religious view, I do think that the husband should provide for his wife, but where I disagree is that there has been like a new wave of these like so-called like the manosphere where all they do is bash women and say women are this and that. Now, I'm not saying that's what Kim's doing, but there is a line there that I can kind of see that I don't think should be crossed. So I don't agree entirely, but I appreciate the different perspective. Then we see the final infomercial that Jackie did, and it was amazing. It really was. And let me say something about that too, because oh my god. So after the Dr. Jackie scandal, I've seen non-stop people saying Jackie should stop advocating for this because of her past comments. And my thing is this. How can y'all complain about anyone advocating for such an important cause? Black women dying for giving birth. I get what they're saying about her past comments, but that doesn't mean that she can't do something good now. It's like, let me give you an example. Let's say there was a kid on the street and he's about to get run over by a car. A man runs and saves him. Turns out that the guy who saved the baby was a criminal. Does that make him saving the child any less important? I think not. But anyway, you guys, that was the end of the episode. Next week, things are gonna get crazy because Simone is gonna invite them to the cast trip, but that's gonna bring up some old wounds for Jackie, and they're gonna fight about it. So I can't wait for that. But this episode was good. It didn't feel like a filler episode, but I did enjoy it a little bit better than last week's. But what were your thoughts about these controversial subjects about Dr. Jackie, Dr. Kemma, Toya? Is she ungrateful? Let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time. You have a great one. Bye.